Hey, I'll be late today. Don't mind me, though.
Again? Johnny, this is the third time this week! Don't you think the overtime is getting to be a bit ridiculous? You know you have to speak up if the work conditions are awful.
Yeah, look. They've been making me do a ton of work for this upcoming year. It doesn't help that the pay isn't great either, but what can you do? God, I'd love to have a higher pay like somebody I know.
Come on, there's no need to talk to me like that. But I was worried about the fact that you haven't been getting much rest recently. And if the work conditions are bad, you have to speak up. You know what they say, only the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Ugh, I just don't know anymore. I can't be motivated when I could work every waking hour of the day, and yet I wouldn't be anywhere close to some people's incomes.
What are you implying? I don't appreciate this passive aggressiveness of yours. I understand it's difficult, but you don't need to take it out on me. You're making it sound like I'm in the wrong for going through and working on my career.
People can say all they want that it's not a good idea to compare yourself to others, but I just can't when I'm clearly living a worse life than the people around me.
Hey, don't talk like that.
It's just hard to get motivated for anything at this point.
Look, I'm more than willing to help you when you need it, but you need to stop being so negative.
Of course you wouldn't understand, when you barely have anything to complain about working from home and all. God, I wish I could earn money online. I bet you lounge about most of the day, and yet you make more than anything I could make.
Hey, I'm just as busy as you are, you know. I'm not just wasting my day doing nothing. I'm doing the same regular hours as you are.
I wonder. How would you even check the proof of something like that anyways? It's not like they're recording every single thing you're doing while at work.
If I don't start on time, my boss would absolutely have a word or two to say to me. You know that. I can't just goof off and do whatever I want throughout the day. I'll say it again, but don't think you're the only busy one here. I just thought that an online job would be much more flexible and the right choice for me to make, while still earning my pay.
Well, now you're wording it like I'm not going about my life in the correct way or something. Are you saying I'm an idiot for just waltzing into the office every single day and working a 9 to 5 like everyone else?
When did I ever say anything like that? Stop being so negative. I was saying that this sort of lifestyle just so happened to suit my personality. That's all. You're making this into a problem when it isn't even one to begin with.
Ugh, why did I even agree to marry someone who doesn't even appreciate the hard work I put into my own life? Why couldn't you have been a stay-at-home wife that did all of the housework while I went to my job? You just earn way too much for what you do. I'll have you know, my job isn't a bad one by any means.
You can vent to me all you want, but I'm not going to just suddenly change my career just because it hurts your feelings that you aren't making as much. God, what happened over these years anyway? You used to praise me so much for being a hard worker and tell me that seeing me work made you motivated. Where did it all go wrong?
I want to ask the same thing. What did I see in you back then anyways? Why didn't I realize that this was just going to lead to you getting an ego boost for having a far better job than I have? Ugh, anyways, I completely forgot to mention the important news. My mom is coming over to our house tomorrow, so you better have the place cleaned up by then. I can't have her thinking that we live like pigs after all. You're free, right?
Huh? Wait, I have work tomorrow. You already know that.
Yeah, but you work from home. I'm sure you can be of use to the family and get some cleaning done throughout the day. Unlike you, I won't be home, so I have no way I could help you even if I wanted to. So there we have it. You don't have a problem with that, do you?
Wait, just hold on a second. Don't go deciding things for me. I understand that you have work too, but I'm just as busy as you. Sure, I might be at home all day, but I barely have free time right now. Also, I'm not going to be able to answer the door and help her out mid-meeting.
Look, between the two of us, you're the only one that can do this. Don't make it hard for me, please. Mom said she was going to come over and check on you to see if you really are working like you say you are. She might even have a few things to say about the quality of your housework, too.
Why would she need to do that? You literally complained before about the amount of money I make. You know that I'm being paid. I don't understand why you have to get your mother involved. I'm not a child. I don't need anyone to check up on me. If you're not okay with the way I do housework or something, then say it to my face.
Well, I mean, I wish you cleaned and did the washing a lot more frequently instead of in big bursts. Though I suppose you're too busy with your little job for that, aren't you?
Come on now. I do what I can with the time I have. Besides, you don't even do any of the housework. I'm happy with doing it all since I don't need to commute to work. But even I have my limit on when I can do things. I would appreciate it if you could hop in and help me out when you can too.
Oh, as if. You're the woman of the house. Why should the man have to get his hands dirty cleaning?
Do you know how idiotic you sound?
You're the housewife who spends most of the time at home anyways. Why wouldn't you be the one that's in charge of the housework? Besides, I'm out and about spending hours after hours at work. I deserve to rest up when I come home. Why do you think I married you in the first place if it wasn't to have you around for the housework?
Okay. Let me ask you this then. You're telling me that you went out of your way to marry me just so you could have a servant in your house to do all of the housework?
Ugh, you're a real pain, you know that. Why do I even bother explaining things to you? You're just exhausting to talk to. You're making like what, $300K a year? Why would you ever need to complain?
When did I ever complain? All I ever did was respond to all of your complaints that you air out all the time because you feel inferior. And besides, even I need to keep working with a salary like that. I can't just quit my job and goof around all day. Why do you have to make everything about money anyways?
Well, you clearly have enough money where you don't even have any problems in your life. You look down on me, don't you? Just admit it. Ugh, this is such a pain. I can't be bothered speaking to you anymore, so I'm going back to work. Anyways, Mom is dropping by tomorrow, so you better clean the place up.
Wait a second! Listen to what I'm saying! I won't be free to clean the entire house by then. I have work. Johnny, listen! Ugh, why are you always like this?
Your wife is an absolute failure, isn't she? She didn't even make me lunch today, you know? How hard is it to cook for a guest, anyways? I went there and she panicked, making me a quick cup of coffee. But that's all she had prepared. The coffee was instant, too, and she didn't give me enough milk either.
Joanne? I think you sent that to the wrong person. I already knew you didn't view me highly, but even then, this is a bit much, don't you think? If you had any issues with my hospitality, then please blame your own son for not giving me enough time to prepare.
Oh, this is your number, is it? I guess I messaged the wrong person. Don't mind me. Not sure how I confused your number for Johnny's, but mistakes happen.
Look, I don't care if it was on purpose or a mistake, but I don't appreciate being talked to like that. Johnny didn't give me a day's notice, and I had work all throughout the day too. So I'm sorry if you were expecting 5-star hospitality, but there was no way I could have provided it.
What are you talking about? You were at home the entire day. You can lie to me all you want, but I'm not going to believe any of it. Do you think I was born yesterday or something?
I'm sorry, but I was working online from home. I'm not sure if you know how modern jobs work, but a lot of them have online support these days. But then Johnny told me that you'd be paying me visits, so I did what I could to have you over. I wish I could have offered you more while you were here, but it just wasn't possible with my schedule. I somehow managed to get an extended lunch break today by talking to my boss about my situation, but I had a very busy day regardless.
Oh, how privileged of you, dear. Johnny couldn't get an extended break even if he begged his boss. How lucky for you that you get to just dip out from work whenever you want to.
Well, I have to make up for the hour I missed tomorrow, so it was a compromise from the beginning. But even then, you showed up much earlier than what was planned, so I had to cancel one of my staff meetings halfway through. Wasn't the plan for you to show up around 1? So I'm not sure why you think it's appropriate to complain to me when you completely ignored the original plans. How was I supposed to get ready when I wasn't even expecting you until much later?
You really are just as cold as Johnny told me. Can't you be more welcoming? I'm your husband's mother, you know.
Well, I'm sorry. I wanted to help more, but like I keep saying, I simply couldn't.
You sound as though you don't want me to visit you. How heartless. Even after I was nice enough to announce the visit.
I shudder to think what the hospitality would have been like if I hadn't. Joanne, you need to understand that even though I'm physically home all day, I have a schedule just as busy as Johnny's, if not busier. I can't just do whatever I want whenever I please. Ugh, that's why the wife in the marriage shouldn't be working. A marriage is a team effort. The man earns the money, and the woman looks after the house and everything else that needs to be taken care of. Well, it's okay. I suppose I should forgive you, since there's the whole situation with borrowing your money. So, we can let all of this slide for now. What about my money? I'm sorry, but I have no clue what you're talking about with borrowing money. You'll be helping us out with our mortgage, right? Putting our differences aside for a second, I am very happy that you're going out of your way to do that for us. You know how far away Martin and I live from you guys right now. It's going to be great to live close to Johnny again. And what a gorgeous condo you got for us, too. I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. This is the first time I'm hearing any of this. I went to your place to talk to you about all of this today. But I suppose you were so preoccupied with whatever you do on your computer. Wait, you were just really frustrated with me not giving you time today. You never brought up anything to do with buying a condo. Huh, is that so? My age is getting to me, it seems. I swear I brought it up to you. I would have preferred a house over a condo, but it'll do for now. I guess property is hard to come by in the city, though. So I suppose I'll just settle for a spacious condo until we can find something better. It is a very new building, after all. Hold on! When did I ever give you money for you to move over here? I never said a single word about that. Don't tell me you took my money without asking. Or was it something stupid that Johnny told you? He organized the entire thing. Why do I need permission when my son says it's perfectly fine? He's the man of the house, isn't he? I don't know why you'd need to butt in and object. You're crazy. That's my money you're talking about! Why do you think Johnny gets to decide how my money gets used? Well, you're married after all. All money you two make gets to be used between either of you. That's what living under the same roof means, right? Look, please hold off on that topic for a second. I'll have a word with Johnny. There must have been some misunderstanding. Johnny, what is this about buying your parents a condo? What in the world is going on?
Hey, I heard that you didn't even cook my mom lunch today. What was up with that, huh? You were home all day. There's no excuse to treat my mom poorly.
Look, there's much more important things to talk about right now. Something about using my savings without permission? You told your parents you're going to buy them a new condo near us with my money? Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. What's your point?
You were planning to push all of the loans onto me, weren't you? Without discussing a single thing with me. How disgusting can you be? Why can't you communicate with me about anything?
Because there's no need for you to have an opinion about it. I'm the man of this house, and whatever I say goes. Do you have a problem with that? If so, we're going to have to go through with the divorce. Though I doubt you'd want to go through that either.
Wait, you're rushing things!
See? What did I say? You don't even have the courage to leave me. Just shut up and listen to whatever I tell you to do. Anyways, I have places to be right now. You won't be seeing me tonight.
Gotcha. Well, I'll let you in on something. I have a plan of my own that I have a feeling you're going to love.
Hey, what's up with this? I came home earlier than usual today, and you aren't here. Where's my dinner, huh? You expect me to cook it myself after a hard day of work? God, you're the worst wife any man could imagine.
You're only in this marriage for my money at this point. So why should I stay at home like an obedient little housewife and do all of your chores? I've had enough.
Oh, come on now. There's no need to be emotional. You always show off how much money you're making, so I'm sure a little loan isn't going to hurt too bad, is it? You'll still be making more than I do. Ugh, that annoys me. Anyways, I went through with the documents for the condo. You'll be making an upfront payment of about $50K, I think. Or however much it is, I forget. You'll get an email, I'm sure.
Sorry, I don't think you can just make loans in other people's names. I don't have any responsibility to pay off your loan. I have nothing to do with you.
What are you on about? You're my wife. You have nothing but responsibility as far as I'm concerned. Don't think you've gotten away from me just because you decided to run away from home.
Remember before when you said I don't have the courage to go through with a divorce? I wondered, why did you think that about me? I don't have any problem with divorcing you after all.
Huh, well, I wasn't expecting this. Sure, you have the money, but are you sure you're able to just throw away your husband and be all alone? I know you don't have the courage to go through with it, so stop bluffing.
Did you check the kitchen table? I'm sure there's a little envelope there. One that says divorce?
I have no business at the kitchen table until my wife has put food on it.
That's where you're wrong. Go see for yourself. Everything is there, plain as day. You need to send that off within the next few days, though. These things have a time limit, after all. And if you don't, I'll have to file without you, and we can go to court. But I'm sure you don't want that.
Wait a second. You're serious about this whole divorce thing?
God, you still haven't caught on even after seeing divorce papers? I will never be returning to that house ever again. You're going to have to pay all of the bills from now on. Oh, and don't forget your daily expenses like food, too. But hey, this might be a good chance for you to grow as an individual. So no hard feelings, okay? Anyways, I'm not going to have anything more to do with you from this point on. So that loan you just made will have to be organized on your end. I don't want to hear from you ever again.
Anna, what have you done? You're my wife, for God's sake. How could you decide to divorce me without talking to me first? This is something that we both should decide together.
Wait a second. Didn't you already tell the woman you're sleeping around with that you were planning on divorcing me soon anyway? It sounds like we're already agreed.
What are you on about? That's the dumbest lie I've heard.
That's what she told me anyway. I got in contact with her, by the way. She said you told her you were done with me and you were going to divorce me as soon as you had the chance. So why are you so against me leaving like this?
You think I'm going to go along with this crazy story of me cheating with some chick? Why would I ever do that?
I'm sorry, but I know everything that has been happening behind the scenes. You've been cheating on me for a while, it seems. There's absolutely no use hiding it now. I have proof too, so I think that's enough of a reason for us to go through with this divorce, don't you? I mean, the trust between us has definitely been broken at this point.
You're serious? We're really doing this, are we? How would you even find any of this supposed evidence of me cheating?
A little bit of searching around did the trick. You didn't hide it very well at all, if I'm being honest. I'm surprised you thought you could hide it. And I've wanted to cut ties with you for a long time now. So don't you think this was the perfect timing to call it off?
You were planning to get rid of me?
Oh, for sure. It'd be more shocking if I still loved you after all of the things you've done to me over the years. Though this particular incident was the final straw. Trying to force me into buying your parents a condo behind my back. How low can you get? Don't you think that's breaking a few laws? Theft, for starters. Fraud.
I mean, it was for my parents. And you're my wife, right? We have to support each other in the hardest times. And it's my mom that needed help.
In that case, why didn't you talk to me about it, huh? I might have actually helped you out if you were nice about it. Though, I don't know. You were treating me pretty awfully up until that point, so probably not.
So you weren't going to help me out either way?
Well, if you had been nice to me from the start, then things could have been different. But look where we are now. Divorced. I was at my absolute limit with you. I was very lenient with you for a lot longer than you ever deserved. So you really should be grateful that I stuck around for as long as I did. And now I'm done with you, and I'm not being dragged down by a bitter, misogynistic whiner. I'm completely free and have enough money to look after myself, while you have to worry about all of these payments.
Wait just a second, Anna. You can't just leave that loan to me.
Well, what do you think should happen?
I told the housing company that you would be taking care of it. So you better go through with it. Do you really think I have enough money to pay something like that off? You're the only one that can.
You really don't get it, do you? We are not married anymore. I don't know what you think about me, nor do I really care, but I don't owe you anything. What's more, I didn't sign anything. I have no idea what kind of idiot would give someone like you a loan on the promise his wife would take care of it. Anyway, it has nothing to do with me. Figure it out yourself.
Wait, I'm sorry for everything. This is the last thing I'll ask from you. I just need you to help me out with this loan is all.
Would you pay that loan if you were in my shoes?
Johnny,
grow up! Besides, you were the one that cheated. So if you want to blame anyone, blame yourself. And because you were the cause of this divorce, you better believe I'll be taking it out on you when we discuss dividing all of the assets.
Wait, what do you mean?
I know you need to pay off a bunch of things right now, and it might be a little tricky for you, but I need you to start growing up and taking responsibility. What? Don't tell me you thought divorces were free or something.
Just wait a second. Don't just leave me in the dark like that. Not only are you not going to help me with this loan, you're going to try and make me pay even more? Why don't we split the costs like any normal couple would?
God, you really are a lost cause, aren't you? Go enjoy your life with that other girl you were sleeping with. Who knows? Maybe she might be able to help you pay off that loan. Though it seems like that girl truly believes that you're the rich one. Even though that's far from the truth. I wonder what would happen when she finds out you barely have any money. She might just abandon you then and there.
I don't care about her. Look, Anna, you're all I need. I won't be able to live without you.
Oh, I know you won't. You won't be able to pay off all of those payments with a job like yours. But I'm not your personal wallet, which you can use at any moment either. Get a grip of your own situation and realize where you've gone wrong. And I won't help you in anything moving forward. Well, good luck. I'm sure you've got this. Afterwards, Johnny did his very best to contact me again to ask for my help. But of course, I wasn't going to give him even the slightest bit of attention. Apparently, his parents are still excited about moving into their new condo, to the point where they sold their own house. And because he didn't want to admit all that had happened to his parents, Johnny apparently went into debt to try and pay off this loan. Of course, he had a lot more things to pay for than just that condo, and nowhere near enough money to go around. I'm not sure when he'll open up to his parents about what had happened, but I'm sure they won't be happy when he does. I doubt he could hide all of that forever, after all. I also heard that his girlfriend left him for another man as soon as she found out that he was on the edge of bankruptcy. Johnny seems to be working a 9-to-5 job along with a night shift at a supermarket just to try and make ends meet. Meanwhile, I've been enjoying time by myself with no more stress.